our creams and see the difference. Your satisfaction is always guaranteed at Lycopene Skincare. Please visit our website at lycopeneskincare.com. That's Lycopene, Lycopene, skincare.com. And let Lycopene lead your skin on the path to beauty.
Please help strong single mothers. Give strength and a voice to the voiceless. Many moms suffer from being sick, still working at times 2 jobs. Others are fighting poverty, anxiety, or maybe running from abusive relationships. A car helps give opportunities to grow mentally, socially, and physically. Children have a better chance to develop skills that provide a bright future. Invest in lives. Create opportunities for better employment, education, freedom to spend more time raising their children. By donating a car or funding to buy a car, you open doors to a new beginning for a whole family. On average, a mom spends 3 or 4 hours a day with public transportation. Kids spend up to 13 hours a day away from their working moms. Motherhood equals love, which unfortunately many kids are deprived of. Single mothers need your support. Alone we can do so little, together so much. We all know a single mom. Sponsor a mom to get a car. When you donate your car, you can get a full Blue Book tax credit. Wheels from the Heart provides free and easy car pickups nationwide. All cash donations are appreciated. Bless a working single mom today.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to Wheels from the Heart with your host, Sabrina. Wheels from the Heart is an official 501c3 that provides cars to hardworking single moms and their children. A car will help a mother and her children drive towards a better life. To donate a car, contact Wheels from the Heart at 844-GIVE-WHEELS. That's 844-GIVE-WHEELS. Now, let's get ready for the messenger of love as she educates, informs, and entertains the needs in our community. Here's Sabrina.
Hi, everybody. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy everything. If you're driving, I hope to make your drive time a little bit better. This is a show about inspiration and bringing people closer together, especially over the holiday season. I'm here with Stephen Muschlitz from Wheels from the Heart, and it's really all about bringing people together. Stephen, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah.
Thank you.
Festive season to everyone. This is the time of year where we really need to gather close and stay within the community. And, you know, as they say in the Bible, love your neighbor. So I brought a single mom with me tonight. This is Molly. Molly's a single mom.
You know, 100-pound
Rottweiler.
Rottweiler.
She's a 100-pound Rottweiler.
Sweet as can be, though, right?
Yeah.
She's got a great disposition.
She's our single mom, so she doesn't need a car.
See, that's the thing. Everybody always says that, you know, Rottweilers are mean dogs, but sometimes you can have a little Chihuahua that's meaner than a Rottweiler, right?
Absolutely. Well, it's the problem what we do with people in general. We put everybody in a stereotype or a box. And,
exactly.
You know, we can have mean people, and you can have nice people, and you can have mean dogs, and you can have nice dogs.
Exactly.
So I think a lot of it's in what our experiences are, you know?
So I just want to commend you because I know you've got this charity, Wheels from the Heart. Mm-hmm. And if anybody's out there listening, wheelsfromtheheart.org, right?
Correct, yes.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Well, I'm really, I'm very blessed because God trusted me with this mission. It really is a special mission. I sometimes get speechless about this.
Well, I can help you because I do know a little bit about it.
Well, and you do, and you've been great.
Thank you.
It's just, when I look back and I think that God trusted me with this purpose in life to really make a difference in people's lives, it really kind of blows me away, to be honest. I don't think there's like a title or a bigger job or something I could have that would be more meaningful to me at this time in my life. And so I'm very grateful that he trusts me with this, because Wheels from the Heart's are really a family. We're not just a one and done. We really try and want to stay in the lives of these women and their children. What I can't wait for is, you know, one day when some of these kids get older and they go to college and they graduate, you know, to see them married and just to hear that this little bit of a hand up that turned their lives around, you know. And
well, let me ask you this. What exactly, I'll sort of paraphrase it for our listeners out there. It's an organization that is actually gifting cars to single mothers in need.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And these women are vetted. So
Correct.
you work with other organizations.
Yeah, Dress for Success and Family Promise, First Presbyterian by the Sea. We've worked with a lot of great organizations, Boys and Girls Club. And what we've found to realize as we've gone throughout the community is that there's a single mother almost attached to every single cause.
Absolutely.
And so without a car, that cause is more of a cause. It becomes worse. So
I can't even imagine. I mean, here in South Florida with the rain, with the hot weather, you're basically, if you're off, I know what we call the grid, which is public transportation, right?
Right.
If you're off the grid, you're really not able to get a job if you are not on the grid where the public transportation either drops you off or picks you up, right?
Correct. And so if that cause is, sickness or illness and the child is ill, if mom doesn't have a car, forget it. That the illness becomes worse, and then they become part of they fall into the system. Just it's simple, and they don't get activities and different things. So we spend a lot of time working and loving on the children, which they are our future.
Exactly.
But we also need to strengthen mom, because mom is our present.
Exactly. And if you're a mother out there, and if you're a single mother, I think you really know what we're talking about, because it's not easy nowadays to even get a job, right?
Correct.
But now you can't get a job unless you are on the grid,
Right.
the bus systems or the
Imagine-
public transportation, which is almost, it pretty much slices your opportunities
Absolutely.
in half.
And then you're stuck, because you can't really go out and look for better jobs or better opportunities. You're stuck to where you can get to work. And again, as you said, that just shrinks the opportunities that are out there for these single moms that are willing to work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, I found that the women are amazing. They all want to work. They have 2 jobs, 3 jobs. They're like, they don't mind working. And it blows me away, because in my profit business, you're always looking for people to wash cars and do different things, and it's hard. I go through people all the time.
A lot of people don't want to work, right?
Sorry, guys, I hate to tell you this, but not most men, I shouldn't say, watch myself, but I found that, women are much more willing to work than some of the men out there.
Well, I always say, there wouldn't be an overpopulation problem if men had to have babies.
Yeah, I could imagine that. That's for sure.
But going back to the women, I really honor them because they're strong women, they're hardworking women, they have moral ethics, and a lot of them their kids are so well mannered.
Oh, unbelievable! And the kids are great, and they're well behaved, and they're soft spoken, and they come and they call me Mr. Steve, which I don't really like, but they call me out of out of respect.
Yeah,
absolutely. But it's just really, it's been a blessing to partake in all these women's lives. I mean, we've had 3 girls continuing nursing school after receiving a car, which we were going to quit. They couldn't get there, the struggle, and now they're nurses in 3 different towns. So imagine what Pay It Forward they're going to be able to do.
You know what would be really awesome? If anybody out there is listening, it's wheelsfromtheheart.org. That's 1-844-GIVE-WHEELS, 1-844-GIVE-WHEELS, wheelsfromtheheart.org. Right. Wouldn't it be great if somebody had it in their heart to be able to say, I want to make a difference in not only a single mother's life, but a child's life and her children.
Absolutely.
Some of these women have 2-3 children, right?
Yeah, and a car is a 3 to 5 year turnaround, because, we can assist with rent, we can assist with food and education, and those things are great, but you don't really see the instant impact. Once that person gets a car, it's that second that everything turns around. And for everyone out there, I would like to invite you Wednesday evening. We're going to be doing our 41st car in less than 2 years.
Awesome.
And we're going to be doing it at Lord and Taylor and Boca Raton in Meisner Park from 6 to 9. Michaela Page, who was on The Voice season 3, she's going to be singing.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's great. We're going to have some wine and truffle tasting, and it's just going to be a really fun event.
The giveaway's awesome, though. It's such an amazing experience.
And the young girl, it's just, usually we try to surprise them, but because of the organization we work with this time, we kind of had to get some more information. She is so ecstatic, and she's so pleasant and so sweet.
Nice, because she has a couple days to look forward to it,
Yeah,
right?
and it almost... After speaking with this girl, I kind of scratched my head.
Sure.
And I'm like, this girl's so strong.
Yes.
She's so smart, so dedicated. What happened? It's really none of my business. We all fall in
Everybody's
issues.
got a story.
But
yeah.
just you just think, wow.
Right.
Here's someone that has it all together, strong, working hard, and they make things happen. It's crazy.
Well, we've got a caller, and we'd love to be able to have her come on board. Her name is Mandy, and I think you know Mandy, Steve.
Yes,
I know
Mandy.
Mandy.
Mandy is a very, very special young lady.
Yes, she is. Mandy, are you here with us?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Mandy. This is Sabrina and Steve. How are you?
Hi, guys. I'm good.
Thank you so much for calling in.
How are you guys doing?
We're good. We're great.
So, Mandy, I want the callers, or actually the listeners out there, to hear you calling in because, Wheels from the Heart is such an awesome organization and has helped so many women and children. And so I guess my question to you, Mandy, is how is having a car made a difference in your life from before you had a car?
I mean, it's made a huge impact on my life and my family's life and, of course, my son Jaden's life. Honestly, without transportation, there would have been no way for me to get to school or to doctor's appointments and to take Jaden out, like, to the park and stuff. As I said, without a car, we wouldn't have been able to do any of that. We were spending tons of money on gas to pay people to take me places.
Wow.
And it was just horrible.
How's your brother doing?
Isaac, he's doing great. He's getting big. His birthday actually just passed, and he's a big boy. He really is.
How old is he now?
He's 16.
Wow.
Amen. Well, for the listeners out there, I want everyone to know, and please say some special prayers for the three of them, Jaden and Amanda and Isaac, that they're a great family. And basically, Amanda's been raising her brother, who is he's handicapped and challenged, and she's been raising him since, for a long time. She also has a little baby that's, what's he, about 1.5 now?
Yeah, he's 1.5.
1.5, and she's raising him. She's going to college, and she also has in high school, she had a 3.9 grade point average while doing all this stuff.
Yeah,
and
are
in
really
pre-med
proud of
courses. So we love you, and you are such a joy and such a gift
You
to
are
us.
an inspiration.
Yes, you've given us 10 times more than we could ever give you just by loving your brother and your little one and just not giving up and so dedicated to your family, and you're just a special person. You're an angel. So
you're wanting to grow. You really are. I think.
Thank you so much.
I don't know you as well, but I have to tell you that in speaking with you, you are just such an inspiration to women. A lot of people, for any listeners out there that are having a tough time, we all have tough times. We all go through our ups and downs in life, and I just want everybody out there to know that no matter what you're going through, it could always be worse. And it's all about inspiring yourself to say, I want to make a difference in my life. And Mandy, I have to tell you, not only have you changed your life, but you've changed your little boy's life and your brother's life and everybody that you touch. And I'm just so glad this organization, Wheels from the Heart, could help you do that because you're just such a perfect candidate for it. So you're awesome.
Yeah, you're awesome, and we love you, and we're always thinking of you, and hopefully we'll get to see you guys soon and come by. I know you're so busy, but when you have some time, we'd love to come see you or have you come see us.
Of course.
Well, thank you so much,
Merry
Mandy.
Christmas, Mandy.
Merry Christmas to you guys, too, and happy holidays.
Thank you.
you.
Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So we have just, while Mandy was on the phone, we have this another amazing, powerful woman that's walked in on our TV radio show.
There
To all
was
the
a giant
listeners-
energy surge once Crystal walked in. His whole room lit up.
Exactly.
It was like, wow.
Oh, my goodness. Everybody out there, Crystal, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, why not? Hello, everyone. My name is Crystal Bruce, and I'm a participant of Wheels in the Heart, and I drove all the way out to support not only the organization itself, just mothers in need as myself. So I came out from Pahokee because this is such a critical organization for mothers.
Yes.
And I just want to say, Crystal, you're just, every time I see you, it's such a blessing. I love to see you. You're so energetic. And I love your servanthood, your servant heart. you're so dedicated to the community of Pahokee and the people out there. You're always out there giving of your time. You're just you just give so much, and you're such a lesson for all of us to see. And you do it with an unconditional love for others and nothing in return. You're always giving.
Yes.
Anytime we ask you to help out, you're here. I mean, you drop anything, and I am so blessed to know you. You've changed my life just for who you are. So I just want to tell you that we love you so much, and thanks for coming out as always. It's like a drop of a hat. You're just so willing to move and do the extra thing, and God is going to bless you, and already has blessed me with knowing you. So I thank you for all you do for us in this organization.
It's called giving back. I believe in the law of attractions. What you put out there, you eventually get it back. But I always learn, like, when you take out time, get outside yourself, no matter what you're going through with, and how bad things may be. But if you can always find time to help others, it even lifts you up in your time of need. So meeting, coming into the program, Wheels from the Heart, that was just karma.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting. We don't even know each other a year, and I feel like we've known each other for a lifetime.
It's been a while. Yeah, it seems so that we've known each other, but March will be a year.
Yeah. Actually, January, because I met you at the. Remember, I met you at the supercar.
Yeah,
you just happened to be in a place where I just was at the same time, and we know that was God's divine appointment for us to meet. And I think what's so beautiful is for me anyway, and I see the same in you, is once you can die to yourself, and I know that's kind of be confusing to a lot of people, but once I totally gave in and just said, you know what, my selfish heart has to go away. And it wasn't that I was this evil, selfish heart, but I was selfish. And once I could die to myself and I was reborn and I love on others, it's just made my life so much more peaceful
and so much
calm.
richer. It's not even about money. I know so many times people are always pursuing money. Sure, you need money to eat, you need money to pay for gas, for a car, and all the obvious things. But sometimes we don't know when enough is enough.
Right.
And the beautiful thing is just to be able to say, hey, you know what? I want to help somebody else.
Right.
And in so doing, there's such a richness there. If there are any callers out there that are listening to us right now, please, 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 it's wheelsfromtheheart.org. The number is 1-844-GIVE-WHEELS, 1-844-GIVE-WHEELS. Beautiful, incredible, powerful, intelligent women that sometimes, you may be married and your husband decides to leave you for whatever reason. There's just so many different stories that we hear along the way as to why people are in the situation that they're in. And, it's hardworking, good-hearted women. So if there's anybody out there, it is the holiday. $1 is appreciated. $5. There's no numerical value.
Yeah, and don't stop. $1 million's good too. Remember, it's a million ways to make a smile.
To donate a car, I think it's only $6,000. Why don't we talk a little bit about that?
If someone wants to sponsor a young lady for $6,500, with that includes insurance and everything, we can actually put a nice vehicle on the road. Which is a blessing. We're also always looking for cars to be donated. Today I had a lady call me, and she has a car with a blown engine, but it's low mileage and nice car, and we can find an engine for about $600. We can put it in with our guy for about $400 or $500. Now we have a car for $1,100 with cold AC that you can't find that.
Lives,
right.
Sure.
And
so
then,
that's huge for people to know, because a lot of times if a transmission goes bad, if the brakes go bad, a lot of times you go to a mechanic and it's a very expensive job. But we do have Diego from the Brake Zones.
Yes.
And we love him because
Absolutely.
he helps us in anything and everything that we can possibly imagine when it comes to fixing our cars. And so he even gives free oil changes to the recipients.
Yep, they get 4 free oil changes, and that's a Brake Zone in Boca Raton. He's a very honest,
right off
sincere.
Spanish River.
Yes, Spanish River and Oak Circle. Diego's a great partner of ours, and he's been dynamite to
Crystal,
the women.
He's really been awesome to a lot of the people. And so, again, the organization's Wheels from the Heart. Anybody out there, you can donate $1, you can donate $1,000, you can donate $100,000, whatever is in your heart to give to hardworking, powerful, strong women.
Yes.
I know, Crystal, how far is Pahokee?
It's about like from Pahokee down straight here. It's almost like probably a good 100 miles.
Right.
But it's well worth
so
it
by
coming.
by bus, it took you, I know the other day, You said
Well,
a
I
bus
was
ride.
riding like 4 hours and 3.5 hours.
One way.
And I had not made it right. Yeah.
Right.
And then luckily you met a guy and he
gentleman,
gave you a
divine
ride.
intervention.
Oh, I know. A
Gentleman
great
gave me
guy
ride.
that gave you a ride the rest, or picked you up at the bus stop or something
Right.
at the
He gave
store,
us a
right?
ride. We was on the bus together, and he was picking up his vehicle. So he overheard me. Back to karma. It's the law of attraction.
Sure.
And he just heard me having that conversation and say, you guys can get out here with me, and I give you a ride there.
That's great. And I think what happens too is your heart opens, your eyes open, and there's things in the Bible that say, remove the scales from my eyes and I can see. And that doesn't mean that you couldn't see. It means that you can see what you're meant to see now.
Right.
And so now my eyes, I'm aware of all the things around me and the people that are really trying hard to make a difference in their lives and struggling. And we all need a hand up. And
Sure.
what I've found with our women is they're so strong, and none of them want to be felt sorry for. Not one single one of them. They all just want to be loved and helped and a hand up, like I say. And
Well, we get into situations, right? Everybody, male,
Exactly,
female.
right.
There's really no gender. There are some days where you wake up and you go, "Wow, what's going on? Like, how did this turn out to be like this? Or how did that turn out to be like that?" And sometimes it's a little bit more grave of a situation and it lasts longer. And then, it's one thing kicks into the other and the other and the other. And before you know it, you're in a downward spiral.
And that's exactly what happened. Back to what you said earlier. I had a car, and I paid for my car to be fixed, but I was ripped off. Due to the fact of being a woman,
Sure.
a single woman at
Yes.
that, I'm really trusting this person, and
They took advantage.
they took the advantage,
Yeah.
and not only took the advantage. I just supposed to be here. If it
Well,
was
we had a girl. It's really interesting that you should say that, Crystal, because we had a girl that Wheels had donated a car to, and she was bringing it back to us, and it was like,
like
what?
7-8 months later, she had come back, right?
Yeah, what happened? And a mechanic said that her car was going to cost too much money to fix, and that she should give it to him for $250.
Yeah, he said the engine had seized, there was no oil in it.
Right. And it turned out that she brought it back, and we had our mechanic look at it, and it cost $200 to fix the car.
Needed an oil pump.
It needed an oil pump. But a lot of times people with women especially, and I know I've been a victim of this, is you go to a mechanic and, please, if you're a mechanic out there and you're listening, you can really change somebody's life and create a downward spiral, because we all need a car, especially in South Florida. It makes it so much easier to have a car. And this organization helps people help themselves as a hand up, not a handout. Isn't that what we say?
Absolutely. And I think Crystal can attest to this. So, living out in the middle of Pahokee, a lot of those people need to come east to work, and they come to West Palm, and,
Exactly.
without a car, they just can't do it. And then, there's no opportunity out there. And then all of a
none.
sudden, it's a downward spiral, and,
Right.
and it's hard. Once you get really, really behind and down, it's hard to catch up.
And talk about
Most definitely.
especially around the holidays, right? I mean, you want to be able to provide for your loved ones, and you want to be able to, and you're a proud person. You're not you don't want a handout. You're not looking to be on a street corner. You really want to make a difference in your life and everybody that you love. And a car can make that difference.
Well, what's interesting with Crystal too is I met Crystal at a car show, and here's these millions of dollars of cars, and we started talking. Immediately, we had this connection because I saw this giant light bulb. I'm like, I gotta
How can you
it,
not?
And
Look
so
at it.
she said, "Whatever you want to do, I want to get involved. Let me come. So she was coming to these meetings, doing all this stuff, and she never once told me she didn't have a car.
Right.
And she was a mother, and she never had a car. She never even asked for a car.
Right.
And so as we started to realize I figured it out. I'm like, well, gosh, you need to be a candidate. We need to take care of you, girl.
Right. And especially coming from as far as she was
and
coming.
she was coming.
Sure.
Borrowing a car, getting a ride. Never once said, hey, I did. And so willing to do whatever it takes because she knows the plight. And these are the kind of women that
Yes.
we've been blessed to
To
be
help.
introduced to, in all
and
honesty.
to lift up, because we all need help.
Yep.
I don't care who we are, whether it's you could be a billionaire, and if your health is failing, you need help from a doctor or from a
Right.
medical something or
Right,
someone.
absolutely.
We all need help at some point in time in our lives. So if there's anybody out there again that's listening, we're hoping to make your drive time a little bit better. It is the holidays. We have our little jingle bells, and so please, please, please consider it in your heart, even if it's $1. If it's $100, $1,000, any donation of $6,500 can sponsor a family, change a child's life, change a woman's life, a single mother who's willing to go out there strong, wanting to grow, wanting to become a better person in society.
Right. And we're a local community. We're in Delray, and we're helping the community. I mean, you'll see where the dollars go. Like I said, we're going to do a car giveaway, the 41st car on Wednesday night from 6 to 9 at Lord and Taylor. And if I ask everybody to come, because it's kind of like a Christmas story. When you see this single mom receive a car, even though she knows it's coming, it's the most moving experience.
Sure.
And the kids are jumping around in the car, they're in and out. It's unbelievable how appreciative these people can be. And I didn't mean these people, but our women and their children are. They're just so excited. I can't even put it into words.
Well, and again, not to communicate the same thing over and over again, but it is important. Nobody's ever become poor by giving. And it is a very rich experience to give back. The good thing about this organization, Wheels from the Heart, is that if you have a child that has cancer, that could be a single mother, is also a donation opportunity to gift a car. I know you've worked with a lot of women that have all sorts of cerebral palsy. I mean, there's
the one girl, Mandy, her brother had cerebral palsy. She was 18 years old, taking care of her 15-year-old brother. I mean, it touches everyone. Boys and Girls Club, all these things are great. But how many kids do not get to go to Boys and Girls Club because they can't get there?
Right?
Absolutely.
Is a woman that
Mrs. Kavanaugh, she has 3 boys.
Couldn't take her kids to the Boys and Girls Club. Boys and Girls Club asks, why haven't you been here? Well, I don't have a car. I'm working too hard. I don't have time.
My car broke down. Yep.
So, it could also, one of these kids may end up being, another Michael Jordan. You never know.
Or
another soccer player,
or
cure
whatever.
cancer, become president of the United States. You just never know. And by having a car, it facilitates, and we don't realize how important. I can't emphasize that enough. If you have a child with cancer, you need to get to those appointments.
You'll do anything. I know people that have to drive to Johns Hopkins in Baltimore 4 times a year to treat their child, and they'll drive. But without a car, I mean, it just limits every possibility.
It really does.
I know without, I know now since, Wheels from, I came and became a part of Wheels from the Heart, I know the goals I had set for 2 years. I've been able to accomplish some of those goals within the last 4 months.
Amen.
But
exactly.
with not having transportation, and it was kind of hard. So, not only do having the transportation help you in no ways, your goals, they don't have to be so long now. That's the first thing I looked at.
And, I just want to say to both of you, thank you so much. Crystal, thank you so much for being on the show. We're going to have to wrap it up.
Hour and a half drive to talk for 7 minutes. What a trooper she is.
Really, thank you so much, Crystal. Wheels from the Heart. Again, Stephen, thank you so much. Wheelsfromtheheart.org. 1-844-GIVE-WHEELS. 1-844-GIVE-WHEELS. Thank you.
Please, anyone out there with a car, please consider donating. It's a full tax write-off because it's a gift. It's not sold and I call it diluted and polluted. That actually will go to a family, and you can actually watch that family. If you want, we can introduce the two of you, and you can see what this car will do, because a lot of us are so emotionally attached to our car. So I thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
God bless. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah.
Be safe. Happy holidays.
You have been listening to the Wheels from the Heart Show with your host, Sabrina Barnett. Join us next week at 5:30 on AM 1470 WNN. Want to donate and maybe be on the show? Sabrina loves meeting people. Find out how you could meet Sabrina and be part of our show. Give and share your compelling stories. Single moms need your help. Sabrina invites you to see the show on our website. See you next week. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsor